Hello, football fan, and most especially Aston Villa and Chelsea FC football fans. You are all welcome to Football Extra site. You're welcome to Football Extra site. Today we are going to be looking at the preview of the match between Chelsea and Aston Villa. Chelsea and Aston Villa. This promises to be an interesting one between Chelsea and Aston Villa. This is a preview of that match. In any moment from now, the lineup for this tie is going to be coming up. So right now, what do we have? We have from the Chelsea side of the divide, these two players you're seeing on the screen right now are going to be key for how things are going to shape up today for Chelsea. So it's an interesting one that is set up, and Chelsea Aston Villa is a local derby. It's the kind of match that goes on between two rival clubs in the same town, and these two clubs are in London, England, and they are going to be going head to head. What has been the history between these two clubs? In the past, these two teams have played quite a lot of games in between themselves. Between those games, Aston Villa has won 15 times, and there's been draw about 14 times, and Chelsea has won 30 times. Statistically, it means between these two clubs, chances that Chelsea is going to win the match is always 1-2. And chances that the Aston Villa is going to win the game, it's about 25% or less than that. And chances that there's going to be a draw is also another 25%. But does that mean that is how this is going to play out? No, because these two teams are kind of a little different in different places right now. The form of Chelsea has dipped a little, and Aston Villa is not particularly doing very well. I'm going to show us something shortly about how Aston Villa has performed in the last 5 games, and then how Chelsea as well performed the last 5 games. If you look at this table, for example, in the past 5 games for Chelsea, Chelsea has only managed to win 2 games, drew 1, and lost 2. And if you look at Aston Villa, in the past 5 games, they have not won any game. They have drawn 4. They lost 1. So what does this tell you about the form of Chelsea and Aston Villa? It shows that Chelsea have a little edge, but history had taught a lot of Chelsea fans that when they are playing against a team that has not particularly been doing very well, they always find a way to get a result against Chelsea. And that is why a lot of Chelsea faithful call Chelsea Charity FC. Charity FC. So this game is going to be difficult to tell exactly how it's going to turn out for Chelsea. But, well, the stage is set, and like we said, it's going to be an interesting one between these two teams. So as we see right now, we see a club that is ready to really scrap it out with Chelsea. We have a team that is going to really scrap it out with Chelsea because of their last game. They performed very well against Liverpool. But Chelsea have one edge. They are fresher. they've really not played any game this week. This is going to be the only game they play. And with that work in advantage of Chelsea, it is difficult to tell that. Now, what can we say about Chelsea over this weekend? Maresca came out in the press conference yesterday and began to sound a little bit different from how he's been sounding all along, because a lot of Chelsea fans took exception from his mentality, the way he even speak to the chances of Chelsea competing this season for anything at all. At any point, question that's been put to Maresca is always saying things like, when he was hired, he came to Chelsea to develop player. They can only start competing for things next season. That doesn't sit well with Chelsea fans. One legacy that Roman Abramovich left for Chelsea when he was leaving is that winning mentality. This is a team with the win. Winning is in the DNA. They don't wait for next year or 2 years to come before winning anything. As interesting as the season is going right now, a lot of Chelsea fans are expecting that at worst, Chelsea has got to win a trophy. Now, that is a very tricky position from where they are right now, because as we speak right now, Chelsea is out of Carabao Cup, Chelsea is out of the FA Cup, and the only competitions that they are in right now, that is a cup competition, is the European Conference League Cup, and we hope that they will be able to win that. So now, in this game, Maresca gave a lot of updates about injury. Injury is really not helping most of the team in the EPL right now. Injury is really not helping a lot of them. So on this list, we have Maguire, thigh injury, Nicholas Jackson, thigh injury. We have Madueke, thigh injury, Romeo Lavia, thigh injury. It's difficult to tell when they're gonna return. The potential date is past now for most of them. Wesley Fofana is back on the grass. It's already running, training alone, but it's difficult to tell when it's gonna be back. Before, it was said that Badia Shield is gonna be back by February. Now it's difficult to tell when he's going to be back. And then we still have one more player on that list, which is not because of injury now, it is because of suspension. And we have Mialo Modric there, who is out because of suspension. And this is just unfortunate for Mialo Modric. Now back to this game. How do we think this game is going to pan out today? We think that Chelsea is going to line up this way. They're going to continue with the goalkeeper Jorgensen in goal. Reece James is going to start today ahead of Gusto, and we think Chelsea is going to set up this way. I think Sancho sort of is a little better on the right than on the left, even though he could play on either side. And I think Chelsea is going to start with him today on the right, and Neto is going to start on the left, and Nkunku starts up there with a little tweaking in their game. One of those two players we have to stay up for opportunity, and we see how these go for Chelsea. In the middle of the week, there are extra bodies added to the backroom staffs, and in DC stands we have this new person. His name is Max Vogelsang Zugpak, and he's gonna be the first team set piece performance analyst, so that's gonna be a specialty. And another big heavyweight was added to Chelsea as well. His name is Javier Fernandez, and this is going to be the director of the data analytic in in Chelsea. So Chelsea is really loading up in that aspect of the club. There's another talk during the week, and it is between these two players. And Chelsea are now prepared to allow Trevor Chalobah to leave the club again in the summer. So this is not really new. But this is my take. If Chalobah is leaving to bring back Gui, that's not bad if you ask me. And that department is stuck right now. It means Chelsea needs to needs to move on quite a bit of player. They need to move either back their shoe or Cole. One of them has to leave if Gui is coming. If Trevor is leaving, you have other player coming into that defense line as well. So you have another player that they already moved to Aston Villa, who it's what's his name again? It's he just moved there now from Chelsea, and he's one of those accent assassin. They have to move him on as well. You see, have Anselmino in that defense. They have Wesley Fofana. You have all those players, and Chelsea, in my opinion, they need a very established, someone who could be a leader in that defense. Could that be Gouet? We'll see how that pans out. Another observation during the week is Robert Sanchez, who was spotted putting on a bald hairstyle. And people were just wondering, what is the mindset behind this? But all we have to say in this channel is that it's going to take more than changing hairstyle to keep the balls out of the net. And Robert Sanchez just need to work on his mentality, his decision making. In terms of skill, he's got the skill. He could play out from the back. He could save. He's a good shot stopper. What is wrong with him is his decision making. If he can clean that aspect of his game up, then he could begin to be in the top echelon. He's got the frame of modern day goalkeeper. And Maresca, with some of the way he spoke during the press conference, seems like a lot of things fans were saying got to him, and he's beginning to come out to speak like the way you will want to hear Chelsea managers speak. And I hope the result will support those aspect of his talk during the conference. And there is one blatant, I don't want to use the word lie, but he said it, and it was so obvious that that's what he was saying when he came. And back to this game between Aston Villa and Chelsea. What's going to be the score line? Look at that wink from Reece James. It's the way we are winking in this channel as well. What is it going to be? This is what we think it's going to be. Are you kidding? We are not kidding. We think Chelsea is going to hit this one, and the score line is going to be a 3-1 in favor of Chelsea. If you're still here up to now and you love some of the content we bring into this channel, we just want to use this opportunity to encourage you to smash the like button. Smash that like button, click the notification button, so that when we have new content, you will be one of the few people who will get the alert that's new content has been uploaded. And to support us, please click the subscribe button. Until we see you in the next one, we just want to say have a good one.